Howdy. With that one word, I just revealed a major component of my identity, being an Aggie. That word is an iconic symbol of the culture at Texas A&M, symbolizing our friendliness and acceptance and our Aggie pride. Culture matters. It provides a contextual foundation for interpreting and understanding the world around us. Culture is broadly defined as the collection of beliefs, values, customs, and life practices shared by a group of people. It includes patterns of behaviors, cognitive constructs, and interactions learned through socialization. Culture is the source of group identity that develops through the elements and social patterns unique to the group. Cultural groups often share key elements such as language, values, spiritual beliefs, rituals, objects of meaning, and normal practices. Those elements are reflected in cultural tools and symbols, such as art, music, books, food, clothing, social customs, and even family structures, revealing what is valued and customary. The word culture comes from Latin colere, which means to grow or cultivate and nurture. Sociocultural theory states that growth and development of children occur through social interaction based on cultural values. The NIH claims that the single most important determinant for development is the cultural context in which the child lives. Culture develops belongingness, connections, and self-identity. It shapes developmental paths in academic, cognitive, social, and emotional functioning. It impacts child well-being through parental practices, peer relations, and social interactions with parents, teachers, and society in general, because every aspect of development is influenced by culture. Pride in culture is a protective factor. Social identity theory states that self-concept is derived from perceived membership in relevant social groups. The feeling of being connected with a broader social group can enhance the sense of self and self-esteem. A strong cultural identity can strengthen support networks within families and communities. A foundational element of any culture is food. Food is not just sustenance. It expresses identity, connects people, and preserves cultural heritage. What is eaten, how it's eaten, when it's eaten, and who it's eaten with is shaped through culture and reflects a cultural group's beliefs, values, traditions, and history. Traditional foods are a source of belonging and pride for many cultures and can be laden with history and lend a sense of identity. It's common for people to search out authentic versions of their childhood favorites or debate which preparation of a food is actually authentic. That pride in group culture is important for children's development and well-being. Ancestry is reflected in traditional family foods. Recipes and cooking techniques are passed down through generations and connect people to their heritage. Tastes and smells can trigger memories and emotions. Lovingly prepared food can bring comfort. Food connects people together and fosters a sense of unity and positive self-identity. Food can carry symbolic meaning and is central to celebrations, rites of passage, holidays, and festivals. Food reveals important aspects of society such as status, social class, and religious beliefs. Children learn the values attached to food and what should or may not be eaten based on cultural rules surrounding food. Cultural food beliefs influence a child's development and self-image. When food is weaponized or incentivized, children can develop unhealthy relationships with food. Culture also influences emotions attached to food, such as disgust or gratitude. Foods considered prohibited in one culture may be considered a staple or delicacy in another. Feedings are extremely important activities for creating attachment and security in young children. With a growing percentage of infants and toddlers being cared for outside of the home, it's necessary for caretakers to be responsive and caring during feedings, as well as attempt to maintain family and cultural mealtime practices to promote children's healthy emotional development. Much more than just sustenance, food is also a symbol of spirituality. Terms such as breaking bread, soul food, and feeding the spirit all reveal the reverence surrounding specific foods and communal acts of eating. For many, food symbolizes the land and traditional ways of gathering and sharing food, helping children understand their connection to community and the world. Commensality, the practice of sharing food and eating together, is seen universally in mealtimes. Meals are often social and communal. They're a setting for conveying a group's social structure, knowledge, and morals to children. Two central processes are apprenticeship through observation and participation, and language socialization through mealtime communication. Mealtimes are embedded with socialization messages regarding generation, gender, and social positioning. Aspects such as preparation and serving roles, food distribution of quality and amount, and the order of who eats first or who is allowed to eat together reveal a society's standards and morals, making mealtimes a cultural site for child development. I observe snack and lunch times at my elementary campus to examine the influence of culture on food choices. Three major cultural factors appear to impact food selections: socioeconomic status, ethnicity, and classroom peers. The majority of students rely on the free meals provided, with many students saving part to eat later during snack time. Students from ethnic groups with the most food restrictions brought lunch and snacks from home more often than other students, and classroom culture influenced friends through sharing of food and bringing similar prepackaged items like Takis and hot chips, despite ethnicity. This influence was seen in first graders with ethnic backgrounds not normally liking spicy food, eating flaming Cheetos together. Food culture has expanded globally. Murphy, Texas covers less than 6 square miles, yet has over 60 restaurants with diverse cultural influences such as Vietnamese, Latin, and Ethiopian. There are restaurants with options that are vegan, kosher, and halal next to places serving fried chicken or pizza, creating exposure, acceptance, and connection between cultures. A relatively new cultural group has developed whose defining commonality is an appreciation of good food. This foodie culture is expressed through food blogs, food-based social groups, recipe sites, and by people sharing pictures of food online. This group takes pride in their social identity as food lovers, which leads to a sense of connection with the greater community. Food is a powerful cultural influence. How children experience eating at mealtimes can impact development and well-being in many ways, from establishing social norms to creating or reducing unhealthy food relationships. Everyone has to eat, so no one can avoid the impact of food. The next time you're hungry, consider the influences on what you eat.